If you are enjoying the podcast and would like to show your support, then we would love for you to check out Sleep Tight Premium. Not only would your support help us to continue producing the show, but our ad-free premium feed is all about supporting your sleep time routine. From now until Christmas, we are offering 40% off our Sleep Tight Premium subscriptions for the first year. Check out sleeptightpremium.com or follow the link in our show notes. Thank you. Hello, friends. Welcome back to our short story series. In this series, we are going to share the stories of animals. In this story, a potato bug walks by and sees some earthworms, half in and half out of the ground, and says how he feels bad for them, stuck in the ground all the time. The earthworms go on to tell him that they love being in the ground and all the wonderful things they do there. Did you know that earthworms are vital to soil health and to plants growing in it? Because they transport nutrients and minerals from below to the surface via their waste. An earthworm can eat up to a third of its body weight in a day. Earthworms do not live in deserts or regions where there is permafrost or permanent snow and ice. Typically only 7 or 8 centimeters long, some members of this species have been known to grow to a snake-like 35 centimeters. Wow. Now, before we continue with our story, let's start by making sure you are comfy and take some great big belly breaths. Breathing in slowly through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Notice how your belly rises as you fill yourself up with air. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice how relaxing it feels as you release the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. You are becoming relaxed, calm, and peaceful. One more time. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Now, let's continue with our story. After a long and soaking rain, the earthworms came out of their burrows, or rather, they came partway out. For each earthworm put out half of his body, and, as there were many of them, and they lived near to each other, they could easily visit without leaving the comfort of their own homes. 2 of these lovely, long, and slimy worms were talking when a potato bug strolled by. "Oh, you poor worms," he said. "What a boring life you must lead. Spending all of your day in the dark earth must be so dreary." "Dreary?" exclaimed one of the earthworms. It is awesome. The earth is a snug and soft home. It is warm in cold weather and cool in warm weather. There are no strong winds to trouble us and no sun to give us a sunburn. But, said the potato bug, it must be very dull. Now, out in the grass, one finds beautiful flowers, plants, and so many different families of friends. And down here, answered the worm, we have the roots. Some are brown and woody, like those of the trees, and some are white and slender and soft. They creep and twine until it is like passing through a forest to go among them. And then there are the seeds, such busy times as there are in the ground in springtime. Each tiny seed awakens and begins to grow. Its roots must strike downward, and its stalk upward toward the light. Sometimes the seeds are buried in the earth with the root end up, and then they have a great time getting twisted around and ready to grow. It's such a wonderfully active place the ground is. Still, after the plants are all growing and have their heads in the air, you must miss them. Don't you get lonely? We always have the roots to keep us company, said the worm. And then, when the summer is over, plants have done their work, helping to make the world beautiful and raise their seed babies. And they wither and droop to the earth again, and little by little the sun and the frost and the rain help them to melt back into the earth. The earth is the beginning and the end of plants. Do you ever meet the insects from the meadow down there? Asked the potato bug. Many of them live here as babies, said the worm. The may beetles, the grasshoppers, and the great hummingbird moths, and many others spend their babyhood here, all wrapped in eggs or cocoons. Then, when they are strong enough and their legs and wings are grown, they push their way out and begin their work. It is their getting ready time down here underground. And then there are the stones, and they are so old and interesting. I am often glad that I am not a stone, for to have to lie still for so long must be hard to do. Yet I have heard that they did not always lie so, and that some of the very pebbles around us tossed and rolled and ground for years in the bed of a river, and that some of them were rubbed and broken off great rocks. Perhaps they are glad now to just lie and rest. Truly, said the potato bug, you have a pleasant home. But give me the sunshine and fresh air, my 6 legs, and my striped wings, and you are welcome to it all. You are welcome to them all, answered the worms. We are content with smooth and shining bodies, with which we can bore and wriggle our way through the soft brown earth. We like our task of keeping the earth right for the plants, and we will work and rest happily here. The potato bug went his way and said to his brothers, "What do you think? I have been talking with earthworms who would not be potato bugs if they could." And they all shook their heads in wonder, for they thought that to be potato bugs was the grandest and happiest thing in the world. We can all celebrate our differences, whether we are worms, beetles, or people. And that's the end of our silly story. I hope you learned something about worms and the earth. Now, say after me, I am perfect just the way I am. I am beautiful inside and out. I am loved. I am calm, relaxed, and peaceful. Sleep tight.